Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I've got on. When that sun is high in that Texas sky, I'll be bucking to county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. They took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe. Lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. I'll be looking for it when they pull that gate, and I hope that judge ain't lying. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be. Remember when I was young, and so were you. Time stood still. Love was all we knew. You were the first, so was I. Made love and then you cried. Remember when? Remember when we vowed the vows and walked the walk, gave our hearts, made the start, and it was hard. We lived and learned, life through curves. There was joy, there was hurt. Remember when? Remember when the sound of little feet was amusing? We danced to week, brought back the love. We found trust, vowed we'd never give it up. Remember when? Remember when? Remember when? Two young people without a thing, say some vows, spread their wings, settle down and just what they need, living on love. She don't care about what's in style, she just likes the way and smile. It takes more than marble and tile, living on love. And living on love, right on time. Without somebody loving ain't worth a dime. It's like an old fancy storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, it's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking, and it doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love. Oh, come on, Phil. Two old people out of frame, children gone to spill and sing, side by side in that front porch swing, living on love. He can't see anymore, she can barely sweep the floor. Hand in hand they'll walk through that door, just living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody that ain't worth a dime. It's like an old fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, it's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking, and it doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough. Just living on love. He said, I'll love you till I die. She told him, you'll forget time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. Kept her picture on his wall. Went half crazy now and then, but he still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. Kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined red every single I love you. I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears. All dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years, and he stopped loving her today. They placed a ring upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Oh, she came to see him one last time. We all wondered if she would. It kept running through my mind. This time, he's over her for good. And he stopped loving her today. They placed a ring upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving. He stopped loving her today. The sun is hot and that old clock is moving slow. So am I. Workday passes like molasses in winter time. Hey, but it's too late. Getting paid by the hour, older by the minute. The boss just pushed me over the limit. Like to call it something, I think I'll just call it a day. So pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, yeah. This lunch break is gonna take all afternoon and half the night. Tomorrow morning I know they'll be held to pay. Hey, but that's all right. I ain't had a day off now in over a year. My New York vacation ain't gonna start right up here. If the phone's to me, you can tell them I'm to sail away. And pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go sing. It's only 12:30, I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, oh yeah. I could pay on my tab, pull myself in a cab, and be back to work before 2. At a morning like this, I can't help but wonder, what would Jimmy Buffett do? He say, pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane, or I go insane. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. And pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane, or I go insane. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. I still feel 25 most of the time. Still raise a little cane with the boys. Honky-tonks and pretty women. Lord, I'm still right there with them, singing above the crowd in the north. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote it on a song. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. Well, the truth about a mirror is that a damn golden mirror don't really tell the whole truth. It don't show what's deep inside or read between the lines, and it's really no reflection of my youth. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote it on a song. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I was a young troubadour when I wrote it on a song. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. And I hope that's a long time off. Thank you so much, and thank you for He was sitting there beside me, throwing doubles down. When he ordered up his third one, he looked around. Then he looked at me, said, I do believe I'll have one more. Said, I hate this bar and I hate to drink, but on second thought, tonight I think I hate everything. And he opened up his billfold and threw a 20 down, and the faded photograph fell out and hit the ground. And I picked it up, said, thank you, bud. I put it in his hand. Said, I probably ought to throw this one away, 'cause she's the reason I feel this way. Well, I hate everything. I hate my job, and I hate my life. And if it weren't for my 2 kids, I'd hate my ex-wife. I know I should move on and try to start again, but I just can't get over her leaving me for him. Then he shook his head and looked down at his ring, said, I hate everything. He said, that one-bedroom apartment where I get my mail is really not a home. It's more like a jail with a swimming pool and a parking lot view. Man, it's just great. I hate summer, winter, fall, and spring. Red and yellow, purple, blue, and green. I hate everything. I hate my job, and I hate my life. And if it weren't for my 2 kids, I hate my ex-wife. I know I should move on and try to start again, but I just can't get over her leaving me for him. Then he shook his head and looked down at his ring, said, I hate everything. So I pulled out my phone and I called my house. I said, babe, I'm coming home. We're gonna work this out. I paid for his drinks and I told him thanks. Thanks for everything. All my exes live in Texas, and Texas is a place I'd dearly love to be. But all my exes live in Texas, and that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Rosanna down in Texarkana wanted me to push her broom. And Sweet Eileen in Abilene, she broke her eye on the moon. And Allison in Galveston somehow lost her sanity. And Dimples, who now lives in Temple's, got the law looking for me. All my exes live in Texas, and Texas is a place I'd dearly love to be. But all my exes live in Texas, and that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Y'all play it now, boys. I remember that old Frio river where I learned to swim. And it brings to mind another time where I wore my welcome face. I transcendental meditation, I go there each night, but I always come back to myself, love every life. All my exes live in Texas, and Texas is a place I dearly love to be. But all my exes live in Texas, therefore I reside out in Tennessee. Some folks think I'm hiding. It's been rumored that I died, but I'm alive and well in Tennessee. Yeah. You swear you've had enough, you're ready to give up on that little light of corn. And now the blue clear sky, all right to your hand, like rain on the desert sand. It's the last thing you had planned. And now the blue clear sky. Here she comes up walking, talking true, saying I've been looking for you, love. Surprising you as the light blue clear sky. Ain't love a funny thing? One day you give it up the dream, and the next you're thinking about a ring out of the blue clear sky. Here she comes, walking, talking true, saying I've been looking for you, love. Surprising you as a bright blue clear sky. Here she comes, walking, talking true, saying I've been looking for you, love. Surprising you, that's right. Here she comes, walking, talking true, saying I've been looking for you, love. Surprising you, that's right. Blue clear sky. Said goodbye, Marina Del Rey. Had a good time, was the last thing I heard her say. As I walked away, and on the plane back to Tennessee, my mind comes across her memory. And yesterday, in Marina Del Rey, on a hidden beach under a golden sun, she spread a blanket that we laid down on and loved the world away. In Marina Del Rey, and as we looked into each other's eyes, we found our bodies lost in paradise, like castaways in Marina Del Rey. Like the ocean tides, highs and lows, love sometimes comes and goes away. In Marina Del Rey, and as this plane is touching back to tears touch my eyes, for I have found my heart has stayed in Marina Del Rey. On a hidden beach under a golden sun, she spread a blanket that we laid down on and loved the world away in Marina Del Rey. As we looked into each other's eyes, we found our bodies lost in paradise, like castaways in Marina Del Rey. We said goodbye to Marina Del Rey. In Marina Del Rey. As we looked into each other's eyes, we found our bodies lost in paradise, like castaways in Marina Del Rey. And on the plane back to Tennessee, my mind comes across her memory. And yesterday in Marina Del Rey, on a hidden beach under a golden sun, she spread a blanket that we laid down on and loved the world. Like the ocean tides, highs and lows, love sometimes comes and goes away. In Marina Del Rey, and as this plane is touching on, everybody, we're getting ready to move this trunk. I got it all emptied. I just wanted to at least stop in and say hello to everyone. Yeah, Dragonfly says I have too many channels. LOL. So Royal Blue Seas hasn't had a lot of action lately, but Royal Blue Seas is music only. It's a way to just escape. It has some pretty good videos that have gotten a lot of hits. It's like a ASMR channel. And then we got well, who else do we got here? We got OTWP TV News. Yeah, that's you all know about that channel. That's the news. And then we got, well, what else we got here? There's so many channels and so little time. Oh, and who is No Surrender? Well, uh, oh, and then the troublemaker dropped in. Looks like the troublemaker did drop in to say hello to everybody. So that's nice. Thank you for stopping by Off the Wall Prepper. We truly appreciate your support here at the channel. Yes, and I'm going to do videos on that too. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, there's Wi-Fi problems nationwide, just so everybody knows. There is solar flares coming in, and it's probably going to happen for the next 24 to 48 hours. Just a little small news brief for you. And welcome to the club. Welcome to the Country Bumpkin Club. We're going to go ahead with some more music, and I'm going to get Dragonflies to go help me. So we're going to briefly step out of the chat, and we will be back. We're going to go move this monstrous trunk. This sucker is huge, huge, huge. Um,
But I'm glad to see everybody. I hope you enjoy the music. And I just thought I would, yeah, the aliens are coming. They're going to land. They're going to land. Be prepared. Don't be scared. Yeah, make sure you hit the thumbs up for me. Enjoy chit chatting, exchanging recipes. Oh goodness gracious! Now we got asteroids blowing up. Oh my goodness gracious sakes almighty! But we're gonna go and move this truck. It shouldn't take us very long, and we'll be back in about 10. But I got to get it moved out so I can get my desk moved, and I'm just glad to see everybody. Enjoy. God bless.
Tears touch my eyes, for I have found my heart has stayed in Marina Del Rey. On a hidden beach under a golden sun, she spread a blanket that we laid down on and loved the world away in Marina Del Rey. Said goodbye, Marina Del Rey. Had a good time, was the last thing I heard her say as I walked away. It's a big job getting by with 9 kids and a wife. Yeah, but I've been a working man dang near all my life, and I'll keep on working as long as my 2 hands are fit to use. Drink a little beer at a tavern and then try a little bit of them working man blues. Well, I keep my nose on the grindstone, work hard every day. Get tired on the weekend. After I draw my pay, but I go back working. Monday morning, I'm right back with the crew. Drink a little beer at a tavern and then try a little bit of them working man blues. Well, sometimes I think about leaving, do a little bumming around. When my bill's at the window, catch a train to another town to go back working. Got to buy my kids a brand new pair of shoes. Drink a little beer at a tavern and then try a little bit of them working man blues. All right, work on it, Marty. Yeah, hey, the working man like me. Never been on welfare, and that's one place him I'll not be. Him will be working as long as his 2 hands are fit to use. Drink a little beer at a tavern and then try a little bit of these working man blues. This song goes out especially for all the hard-working fellows here in the city.
Well, the only 4 things in life that make it worth living: guitars are tuned good to firm feeling women. I don't need my name in the marquee lights, 'cause I got my song and I got you with me tonight. Maybe it's time we got down to some basics in love. Let's go to Lucan, Texas, with Waylon and Willie and the boys. This successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and the boys. Between Hank Williams playing songs, Dewberry's train songs, Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out of Lucan, Texas, there ain't nobody feeling no pain. Baby, let's sell your diamond ring, buy some boots and faded jeans and go away. This cold side's killing me, and in your eyes so sighty you cry all day. We've been so busy keeping up with the Jones, 4-car garage and we're still building on. Baby, it's time we got back to the basics in love. Let's go to Lucan, Texas, Waylon and Willem and the boys. This successful life we're living's got us feeling like the Hatfields and the boys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs, Dewberry's train songs, Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out of Lucan, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. Hey. Successful life we're living's got us feeling like the Hatfields and the boys. Between Hank Williams' pain song, Dewberry's train song, Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out of Lucan, Texas, there ain't nobody feeling no pain. Cowboys ain't easy to love, they're harder to hold. They'd rather give you a song than diamonds of gold. Lone Star belt buckles and old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. If you don't understand him and he don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be a cowboy. Don't let them pick guitars and drive the whole truck. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They never stay home, they're always alone, even with someone they love. Cowboys like smoky old pool rooms and clear mountain mornings, little warm puppies and children and girls of the night. Them that don't know him won't like him, and them that do sometimes won't know how to take him. He ain't wrong, he's just different, but his pride won't let him do things to make you think he's right. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars and drive home. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They never stay home, Lord, they're always alone, even someone they love. A long time forgotten, the dreams of this fell by the way. The good life he promised ain't what she's living today. Really. But she never complains of the bad times or the bad things he's done, Lord. She just talks about the good times they've had and all the good times to come. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. A good-hearted woman, loving a good kind of man. He likes the bright lights, the nightlife, and good time and frame. When the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again, one way or another. Lord knows she don't understand him, but she does the best that she can. To be a good-hearted woman to the world's youngest sturdy old man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good time and man. Yeah. She loves me in spite of my wicked ways that she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. A good-hearted woman, loving a good time man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good time man. She loves me in spite of my Mickey Mouse ways, the things that she don't
Two old friends meet again, wearing older faces, and talk about the places they've been. Two old sweethearts who fell apart somewhere long ago. How were they to know? Someday they'd meet again and have a need for more than reminiscing. Maybe this time it'll be love and they'll find. Maybe now they can be more than just friends. She's back in his life and it feels so right. Maybe this time love won't end. It's the same old feeling back again. It's the one that they had back when they were too young to know when love was real. But somehow some things never change, and even time hasn't cooled the flame. It's burning even brighter than it did before. They've got another chance, and if they take it, maybe this time it'll be love and they'll find. Maybe now they can be more than just friends. She's back in his life, and it feels so right. Maybe this time love won't end. She's smiling like she used to smile way back then. It's feeling like he used to feel way back when they tried. But something kept them waiting for this magic moment. Maybe this time it'll be love and they'll find. Maybe now they can be more than just friends. She's back in his life, and it feels so right. Maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time, love won't end. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. And maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. But you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. And maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess I never told you that I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind.
She doesn't want to fix cake, y'all. She doesn't want to fix cake. I got a strawberry cake yesterday. I want cake. Dragonflies, please make cake. Y'all, she needs to make cake. We need cake. Who thinks we need cake? Vote in the chat. There's 15 people hanging out. Okay, make chocolate. Vote. Vote. One. Hit a one if you think that dragonflies should make cake. I think she should. I think she should make chocolate cake. Don't worry about the dishes. I got this whole cabin tore up. I'm good at tearing it up. Oh my goodness, I tore this place up. I tore it up. I've tore it up. Is everybody staying centered and focused? Or y'all looking at the balloons in the sky? Just asking for a friend of mine. Who? Okay, we're taking a vote. Chocolate is a requirement. I made a double layered yellow cake Saturday and eat milk and honey. Yum, yum. I'm I'm Bennett and not in it. Come on, Lenora, vote. Oh, okay. Who wants to see more balloons? Not the. I've been wanting old fashioned banana pudding. She made a big old platter, a big old casserole dish of banana pudding with vanilla wafers with cream cheese in it. There ain't none left. It's gone. It's gone. She's just trying to get us fat and chunky and happy. That's all she's doing. Oh, it was delicious. I ate so much of it. I could have just got sick. Oh, it was delicious. She's got, yeah, it was. It was, but who thinks she should make cake? I think she should make cake, man. No, she should have did a video on that banana pudding because, oh my goodness gracious. But, but what about a cake? A brownies with powdered sugar, chocolate. We need. I do. Who puts powdered sugar on brownies? I do. I think it tastes great. It's yeah. No, Lenora, that was rude. Lenora said, "Bake the cake myself." That's really freaking rude of you, Lenora. Dang. Can I get a little love in here or what? Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna go for the long hair thing. I'm gonna not cut my hair until December and see how long it gets. That'll be really interesting. Yeah, so I can have a mullet. I'm gonna cut my hair into a mullet. I'm getting a mullet. That's what I want. I want a mullet. Y'all, I just came on here. Well, we've got the trunk moved. Dragonfly was not happy about moving that trunk. That trunk is huge. I'm gonna take a picture of it. I got my sweet tea with a little bit of moonshine in there, apple pie moonshine and sweet tea. Mm-mm. Cake in a mug's not big enough. I need cake. If I'm gonna have cake, I want cake. Dreaded secret. That's teeny weeny eeny beeny weenies. Uh-oh. That's something that Preppy would say. That- yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A mullet. A mullet uniquely written. Like I'll have like this straw on the back of my head and dragonflies can braid it and stuff. Okay, we gotta have prepping class. Hold on. Hold on. Let's talk prepping. Look at this wild hair. Y'all see that? Hold on. Look at my hair. Wild. Huh. We do need to try to open the trunk. I might have to break the sucker, but okay, I'll do a video on opening the trunk. I've been wanting to do it. I'm going to do it. All right. Are you ready for prepping class? Hold on. Let's get serious a minute. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Hold up a dang minute. We can't be in the club. We cannot be in the club for prepping class. Okay. All right. Do you ever feel like your back is just against a brick wall when you're prepping? Well, let's talk about it on a realistic situation here. I want to talk about the survival retreat. And just about 20 minutes. I know I promised you music only, but I've been thinking about so many different things when it comes to prepping. If you missed the live the other day, the Wild Wild West, it's a good one. A retreat is not just the cabin in the mountains or in the woods, and that's for sure. You might be in the city, and this may sound a little extreme. It may sound a little extreme, but a survival retreat is located in a region where you might have, the best survival retreat, honestly, would be somewhere where you have a long growing season, isolation from major population centers, and a diverse economy and agriculture. Low taxes. Oh, we're talking about Missouri. Minimal gun laws. Oh, we must be talking about Missouri. No major earthquake, hurricane, or tornado risk. I think we're still talking about Missouri. No tidal wave risk. Missouri. Oklahoma, if you're in Oklahoma, you might be in trouble. Defendable terrain. Not near a prison or a large mental institution. Seriously. Upwind from major nuclear weapons and target areas. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep, I was going to touch on this. I might touch on it right now. Give me one hot minute. Hold on to that, Dragonflies. So I want to talk about this a little bit because we can't always change where we're at, right? You might be in a city, you might be in an apartment, a townhome, condo, whatever it is. But the good thing to think about, what's up, Brandy F? Where have you been? We missed you. But we have to realize that whatever situation we're in, that we have to be able to defend it. And our retreat, my retreat is different from y'all's, and yours is different from mine. But I think the most important thing is that many people think that they're just plush and happy and everything's good and gravy, right? That we're out in the country. But you got to realize this about country living. When you're out in the country, you're on your own. You see, it'll be very hard for us to have a good defense against a bunch of intruders, right? So, because it's really just me and dragonflies. But the things that I want to talk about is some of the advantages and disadvantages. So, advantages for in town retreats: it's better for a slow slide scenario or a grid up depression, wherein agricultural and industrial payrolls, it may still be viable. You'll also, another advantage of in town retreats is you'll be a member of a community, right? Or I hope so. You'll also benefit from the local security arrangements. So, say if something does break out, you're probably going to have a group of men and women that are going to be able to protect that small town or neighborhood day in and day out. You're also going to have more access to a local bartering economy, which is going to be really, really important. And we're talking worst case situations. And then you're also going to have more access to local skills and medical facilities. But here's the problems: your privacy is very limited. Transporting bulky logistics may be done at odd hours to minimize observation by neighbors. Your fuel shortage is severely, severely limited. You're going to have very poor sanitation in the event of a grid down situation, unless your town truly has an end to end gravity fed water system, which most towns don't anymore. You can't test fire and zero your guns or weaponry at your own property. So you have to go to a firing line or a firing range, whatever it may be, or join a gun club. You can't set up elaborate antennas because your house will look out of place, and people will definitely notice it. You're also going to have a problem when it comes to cooking. And see, these things that are disadvantages of in town retreats, you need to address if it applies to you, because you're going to have to make the adjustments to be able to overcome the bad situations, right? You're definitely going to have to make the adjustments. RCX, good point. Because you're going to have to roll with the punches so that you don't feel like you're up against a brick wall. You probably can't hunt on your own local land, except perhaps maybe small game like squirrels or rabbits, and then only with an air rifle, because if you set off a rifle, everybody's going to know. You can't keep livestock. You have a greater risk of communicable diseases, especially if there's an outbreak. And then, of course, the civil unrest and the burglaries are going to be huge in those types of areas. Now we're going to talk about advantages of isolated retreats. You got more room for gardening, growing crops, row crops. You have lower house and land prices. It's better for a total wipeout grid down scenario because everyone will be out of work. I mean, in the small communities, that's just how it's going to be. The other important thing is that you can test fire and zero your guns at your own property. I can shoot a gun off here and nobody even pays attention. The only time we really pay attention to gun or rapid gunfire is when the boys down here, and we have a whole mess of boys down here, and they like to come out and play with their ARs. That's the only time that we ever really pay attention, because it's like rapid fire on the hill, and it's like, whoa, we can hunt on our own land. We can cut our own firewood. We can keep livestock. And we have better sanitation in the event of a grid down. two things. Well, actually, three things. We have an outhouse that was here before we moved here. We have a lagoon system that's gravity fed, and we also have a cistern. Now, the cistern could still cause problems because you have to have electricity to run that cistern pump, and also the to transport it. I use a sump pump, right? So I have already tackled that obstacle with a manual belge pump that's used for boating. And they're not very expensive. They're like $20. And you may want to get a manual belge pump because if you have a water situation, you could go to a lake, a stream, a river, whatever, and take a 5 gallon bucket and pump that bad boy, manual pump it, and fill up those 5 gallon buckets. So that's a good way to be able to get your water. We can also keep livestock. The other thing is we can have a dog run chain link fence around our house that won't look really out of place. People don't even pay attention because people don't come up here. And we have an unlimited fuel storage because we don't have to get licenses or special tags or permits or anything like that to do or build anything, or to even make a room addition, even to add electrical. We don't have to do anything like that, right? So there is a lot of advantages to isolated retreats. But now there is some difficulties. You have just one family to maintain and defend the property at all times, which is going to cause, honestly, it's going to cause some headaches. And you can't really depend on much help from neighbors because, as we've seen out here, it's really every man, woman, and child for themselves. It's they ain't got time for you. They don't want to hear it. They're not going to help you, and that is going to cause problems. We also have the isolation from day-to-day barter and commerce, which is huge. Just for us to get to town, we're looking at about a 15-minute drive, and so we have a longer commute, for shopping, churches, things like that. But I think that the best retreat is one that's on a hilly, and this is some things that I've read out of the book by James Wesley Rawls, founder of survivalblog.com, How to Survive the End of the World as We Know It. Great book. It has tactics, techniques, technology for uncertain times. Great, great book. So I definitely do want to give him credit for um, the information that he's provided because it really makes you think, off the wall, out of the box, in the now. Like, what can you do right now? But I think that one thing is a retreat that's situated in a hilly or a mountainous region is preferable. And instead of being on the plains, I know that when I had that little farm, I had too many people coming back and forth on that highway. I would have been like a sitting duck on the highway. I would have had nonstop problems in an SHTF situation or in a total grid down situation because that house sat on the corner about 500 feet off the highway, and that little farm would have been a target. It was a nice house. It had 2-car garage. It had a fenced in back place. It definitely, I could see it being a target. I think that each one of us has to like maintain and look at our situations, be it if you're in the city or you're in the country. We're all up against different obstacles. And those obstacles, you can overcome them with proper planning and not waiting until you have to react, but be proactive in what you're doing. See, I believe that the best thing about prepping is that we're not just prepping for the SHTF or the world as we know it is gone, because I believe the world as we know it is gone, honestly. But we're prepping for weather situations, food situations, gas situations. It's an insurance policy to keep us going. And then learning the skills. See, nobody can take the skills. And that's the big thing. Learn how to process a chicken, a squirrel, a rabbit. Any of those things could mean survival for you and your family. Being able to have one more piece of meat could be survival. But also, I think on the other hand, on the nuclear situation, all of us should have some type of nuclear situation plan intact. There, and I hope and I pray to God that it does not happen, right? Hey, Cindy B, what's going on? And Carol, but it's really, really good. What about a BB gun? I don't think it'll do it, Carol. I wouldn't use a BB gun. You could get a 410, you could get a 22, um, something like that. But a BB gun, I don't think that's gonna do the trick. It'll sting them, but then you're gonna have to find them. A 22. A 22 would be great. A 410 would be good. 410 is hard to get ammo for, and they're hard to find right now. A 22 would be great. I think that that's what I try to do too, Little Boots, and I couldn't take a nap either. I got too many things going on. Hey, Josh, but I think that we have to look at our situations. Preparing for a nuclear situation, we've talked about it, and folks, it is time to be able to put that plan in place for your family. And you might not be able to afford, right, the big, bad, everything top of the line. But you got to remember that if you can just keep it basic. And I've always had this philosophy: keep it simple, silly. Before everybody was puff puffs, it was keep it simple, stupid, right? And really, what it means is look at prepping in a simple, down to earth philosophy. Look at prepping as, okay, let's not get stuck on stupid. Let's not get stuck on just water and food and shelter. But let's think about, okay, you're out hunting. You accidentally step on a trap. You accidentally get bit by a snake. You accidentally cut yourself on barbed wire or whatever it is, right? You need to have first aid and you need to have some experience. And actually, I'm super excited. Dragonfly's agreed to take the first aid class with me. She hasn't been, what did you say? How many years? Like 10, 12 years that you haven't been CPR certified? 12, I think you said. What'd you say? 12? Oh, shit. Oh, we're talking like 30 years since she's been certified for CPR. I thought because of your medical stuff, you had to be certified. Well, 40 years. Okay, make yourself older. 40 years. She wants me to tell it, I'll tell it. But I think it's really important to have, some medical, some first aid under your belt that you can feel confident in if somebody gets a cut, if that you know how to treat those basic things. And God forbid if somebody has a heart attack or strokes out on you. Or if somebody gets shot, like how can you stop it? What can you do right then, right there? Because what if the medical facilities aren't available? What if we cannot get to them? What if they are overrun with criminals, right? Yeah, we're going to do CPR and we're going to do basic first aid. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. I'm researching Royal Linus, but thank you for sharing that because I think everybody needs that under their belt. Because what if, right? Oh, okay. Okay. She didn't have to get CPR certified because she didn't need it. She couldn't use it because she was not allowed. But the thing that we've been talking about is like up here, being in the forest, we do have a lot of copperheads. We have mountain lions. We have bears. And so we have different obstacles than in the cities. But when I lived in the city, I think my main obstacle in the city, honestly, would have been people that want to come and steal your stuff, take your stuff. And remember what I said about the porch and your deck. Don't leave those high dollar items outside, be it if it's a bicycle or an expensive tool or anything that's going to make you stand out in that neighborhood. You better be aware and alert and not do it because you could have a serious situation where they say, "Oh, well, we need this, this, and this," and guess what? We don't have it. But look at that deck. Look at that there. Look at that, and they're going to make you a target. So think about that. Put stuff up. Take the time to put stuff away. I had to put myself in check even out here in the country because I left my DeWalt weed eater outside. I left my DeWalt circular saw, no, my reciprocating saw on the back deck, and that's something to think about. Okay, we got lots of stuff coming in. What's that? No, it's not a good idea. Okay, hold on a minute. We're going to talk about something. I was going to have a news brief, but we're already on here, so I'm going to talk about it. Y'all, this situation with this derailment is very, very concerning. And I'm going to go into this a little bit right now. There's a bunch of alerts coming in. there is one that just happened, and emergency crews are responding to deadly train derailment near Houston. Officials are now responding to another deadly train derailment near Houston, Texas. Over 16 rail cars carrying hazardous materials crashed, prompting Union Pacific to monitor the situation. So I'm going to share this. Hold on a minute. Let me get rid of this brick background. And there's another one that just came in from South Carolina. Does it sound like we're into another plot, another episode? I don't think it was an accident. But let's watch the video. This one's just coming in right now regarding the one in Houston, Texas. And there we go. There's another one. There's another one. I mean, the situation that's occurring, folks, it seems like this plan is like full motion, full tilt going. And the interesting thing is these derailments that are happening. These cars are carrying hazardous materials, hazardous chemicals. Um, yeah, yeah, I agree, Josh. I definitely agree. Kind of strange. Three derailments in one, like in what, 3 days? One a day. You know, we have the attack of the chickens and the food supply, and now we have this train situation. I think that, folks, with these chemicals getting out across the country, we're going to start seeing a lot of people getting sick. People are going to get sick. That is going to take people. There's going to be a lot of breathing problems. Here we go. Really interesting. Yeah, isn't it, T Long? Very interesting, folks. Yep, exactly, dreaded seeker. So I would say that we have another situation going on, and it's going to be never ending, right? This is the agenda, and now they have to speed it up because the first one did not work. It didn't work in 2019 the way they wanted it to. Everybody didn't line up and say, "Me, me, me, I'll take the happy, happy Kool-Aid." And so now they have to put their plan B, C, and D in effect. Also, remember what I told everybody about the amoxicillin situation. We have the shortage of the amoxicillin, and in return, that helps with a lot of ailments when it comes to respiratory. Mountain Grandma gave us some very, very good information on our channel. Uh, think garlic, think garlic, think lungs. Okay. I'm no way, shape, or form a doctor or a nurse, but Mountain Grandma, I trust and believe in her very much. She's real good when it comes to herbs and tinctures. Um, yeah, yeah, yep, it is. I want to see if I can find this other video real quick. Let me see if I can find it here. It was really interesting to me that somebody filmed it in Ohio, and the situation in Ohio. Okay, they're saying over 5 million people are going to be affected. Let me see. Can you all see it or no? Okay. Let me drop me down there. Make that bigger. So they're saying over 5 million people will be affected by the situation with what happened, affecting 5 million people. What kind of reader are you using, Brandy F? You told me, and I can't remember what it was called. Um, all the way to Arkansas. So here we go. It was just an accident. There's derailments everywhere. And now what's going to happen is we're going to have all kinds of chemicals into the rivers, lakes, and streams, which in return is going to kill all the fish population. It'll kill birds, it'll kill deer, it'll kill rabbits, squirrels, and any other critter that's out and about that needs that waterway. Crazy. Oh, good point, Lenora. Good freaking point. Yeah, think about it. Look at where that's at, folks. Think about that. That was a great point. It's going to go into that area where all the Amish are in PA. There it is right there, and it's going to go that way. They're saying vinyl chloride, a deadly chemical, has contaminated the Ohio River. Wow. A TDS tester. TDS, okay. You could also get strips, but are those strips or is that an actual test thing? But Brandy F, do you want to come up and share with the channel your readings on your water, what you said? Because I think it's really important with what's going on. Would you want to come up and tell them about the tests that you did? I'll drop the link if you want to come up for a hot minute and explain to them how you use the tester. If you have it right there that you could show it, that would even be even more awesome, Brandy. Come do a demo. Okay, I dropped the link. Go grab your TDS tester and come up and please share with the channel. We all need to be on top of our game. Like RCX. Okay, I dropped the link for you, Brandy F. Whenever you want to come up, grab that tester so you can show it and kind of explain how it works, and also those test results you were telling me about, which I think was really cool. Brandy F's doing the legwork, and I don't have a TDS tester, so you know this what we've created here on YouTube is really about community. And that's why I said, if you have a link that you want to drop it. West Texas Danielle, if you're still in here, you want to drop that link that you sent me in an email, drop it, because we need to help each other, because this may come down to the nitty gritty of survival. You may have to eat some possum freaking stew. You may have to eat a squirrel. You may have to eat a rabbit. And people need to be aware and know how to do it. And she knows West Texas Danielle was over on a channel, and she watched them make possum stuff. It doesn't sound too great to me, okay? But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Yeah, RCX, and boil it out. Even if you run it through a Berkey, boil it out. There she is. What's up, Brad? What's up,
Hi,
Brandy?
okay.
So do
So,
you have? I'm gonna put it on you so that they can see it. Okay, hold on a minute. Shoot, how do I do that? I haven't done it for a while. Okay, there you go, Brandy.
hey guys.
Thank you.
So this came from a product that I bought. Can't remember the name of it, but it came with it, and that's what you want. And you see it reminds you of a thermometer, and then you see hold and then on and off. So I'm going to put my camera down for a second, but I'm going to show you what I do is run water from my own faucet, get a cup. Give me 1 second to take the lid off for you. So I got a mug, okay, of water just came out of my tap. And then I have this on 0. Then I put the water in it, or put the thing in the water for a moment. And it reads 193 right now. And then with this tester, a booklet comes with it and tells you what numbers are really bad. Thankfully, if I remember from the booklet, you don't want to drink anything past 500. Not that it's
red. But then tell
the
part, if you don't mind, about what you told me about when you tested the rainwater.
Point 002, people.
Like nothing. Like nothing.
Pardon me, 0.02. Yes.
Yeah, so nothing. And then the
That's
water out of the
correct.
and what's the water out of the tap, Brandy?
193 right now. It generally is 176. But I'm nowhere near the Ohio issue, so.
Right, but still, that's something really good. So that's a TDS tester. Does it say who it's made by or anything?
Probably, well, we won't go there.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, there we go. I can't remember.
It's just called a
It didn't come with
TDS
my zero
tester.
water. I bought a zero
Y'all-
tester. Are you there? Okay.
Yeah,
A zero water purifier, which was a couple $100, and it came with it. But I think you can get the actual TDS tester online. I'm not sure, but it came with it. And I got this a couple of years back because I noticed that my dog and cat water bowls were either blue-ish, like a blue
Ew.
color, like the rim, and then it started.
Yeah. Oops. Oh crap.
I must have a
That-
bad connection. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you just popped off and came right back on. That was weird.
Wait, let me go to where I normally sit because that's where. I'm sorry that it's so dark. During the day on a day off, I tend to save electricity.
Yes, the lower the number, the better.
There you
Yes.
go. So,
Do you know what it's actually testing for when you use that TDS tester?
yeah, it's like 20 different items. I just can't find my booklet on it because I know what I'm looking for. It's just a number.
Oh, y'all, it ain't bad. I just found it.
Yeah,
Hold on.
my 193 is not too bad. 1000 is the red zone. A yellow, orange.
I just found a
yellow-
TDS. I just found a TDS tester at APEC. Well, it's at freedrinkingwater.com. It's used to test the water equality before and after an RO system. It also tells you the membrane needs to be changed in your system. And it also tells you that tap water TDS is 100 ppm. Then your product's water TDS should read between 3% to 10% of your input water. So it's basically a water tester. It's not really
like I
saying.
say, it came with my filter system, but I just utilize it out of my tap for my animals mainly.
Yeah, so there is. Thank you, George. George said it is on Amazon, so that's good to know. But I think that we all better be very water conscious with what's going on. I think with now there's 3 derailments, and a guy videotaped it and was showing the clouds, and he's like, "What the is going on? They're gonna kill us because they released all this into the air," and he was freaked out. He was totally freaked out, y'all. Which, if I seen a smoke cloud of pure chemical from working in a pharmaceutical plant like I did when I worked for Amgen out in Boulder, that's nothing to jerk around with. I mean, why are they doing it is the question. Why isn't there a way to dispose of those chemicals safely? And why is this the third one in like 3 to 4 days that was hauling hazardous materials? Makes you wonder, don't it? Makes you wonder.
Well, I live in an area that generally 4 cars a year are hit by a train, and I'm not going to give out my location. It's pretty much off and on, at least 2, but generally 4. And it's just because the traffic stops are just in a very bad location, and people are stupid enough to be partially on the track. Like one person's butt end of a car is on the track, and then the person's front end's on the track, and during rush hour. Long story short, it happens, but those trains aren't derailed. So why did the one car that happened this morning with the one in Texas just happen to make that train derail? That doesn't make any sense.
It sounds like sabotage to me. It sounds like some type of sabotage. It's just like the grid situation that happened. What was it in North Carolina and in several different areas? And I think that honestly, the sleepers are waking up. They're awake, and we're going to see more and more of this. And the good people of America are going to be the ones that are caught in the crossfire of all this crap. You
I
know,
know. Well, thanks for
it's
having
just
me. I'm gonna go down now,
okay.
okay? But
Okay,
I'm gonna still be I'll still be here listening to you.
thank you for getting up here and showing how that works. Thank you, Brandy. Everybody
You're
say thanks
welcome,
to
guys.
Brandy.
Nice to
Thank you.
see
We
you
love
all.
you. We love you.
Love you guys.
So, here we go. Interesting. There's something really sinister going on. There's something really thanks, Brandy. Thank you very much, Brandy, for coming up. Also, we see all these different things. Like if you start putting the pieces to the puzzles together, I mean, it's definitely destruction. I was also reading the border crisis report as it came in from Border Patrol. And that's another interesting concern to me as well, is that the folks that are coming over are not the majority of them are not Mexicans from Mexico. They're from Haiti. They're Haitians. They're from Nicaragua, and there's like four different places that they're from. I can't remember all the places they're from, but the other thing is it's a lot of men that are fighting age. See, I think that the big plan is to get everybody into cities, out of the country, into their futuristic cities, and it's definitely the agenda. You found it, George, for 18 bucks. Okay. I think everybody, we need to take our water very, very serious. Get you an RO system, get you a pure, get you a boil it out if you can't afford something. Really, even the bottled water, y'all, is, in my opinion, from the things I've been reading, is not good. I believe the Trojan horse is upon us, Raven. I've thought that we were getting set up for the last year and a half, and now I feel the setup is in full tilt motion. Also, someone sent me a video, speaking of NATO and United Nations. They sent me a video that they were in Utah and they went into a building and the lady got kicked out of the building and they said, no, you cannot film here. You cannot do this here because this is a UN building now. And she said, when did this happen? And the person said, I don't have to answer you because this is under UN. It's no longer under the government of the United States. Um, until they went outside. They said you have to go outside and then you're in the United States. But when you're in this building, it's UN. We also have the one of the biggest naval bases on the East Coast that is now UN. So, and also think about the colors of certain establishments and things. Um, and the UN, blue and yellow, Ukraine, blue and yellow, Wally World, blue and yellow. We are in the midst of a major, major catastrophe. I think the biggest thing that we all have to do is we have to keep setting up these layers of protection for us and our families, our insurance policy. And it's very, very important. NATO, it's I think what's going to end up happening is NATO's going to get overthrown by BRICS. BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Huh, interesting. Uh, Also, the report that I did about the Chinese leader that was talking about if we could get the US from every angle, that they wouldn't know which way they were going or coming, that it would be very easy, and that we had to infiltrate, words from a Chinese professor that did the speech, that we have to infiltrate them in every level possible to take them down. And we have established ourselves as a bully over decades and decades and decades, and it is going to happen. I mean, every great empire has fallen. Every great empire has fallen to their knees. And we look at Venezuela and all these other countries, and people keep thinking that we're just going to go un unscathed. Like, oh no, the United States. There's still people running around that really, truly, honestly believe that this country is in no way in jeopardy or in harm's way. And I think that we are set up for the great Trojan horse. And when it happens, none of us are going to have a warning. And that's why the more you can do to set yourself up for any kind of safety is very, very important. I mean, it's there's I can't even stress it. I can't stress how important it is, right? I am now considered in the now report OTWP the third, just so y'all know. That was in Utah. That building was in Utah, and they sent me the email. But there's a lot of people that mentally they're breaking down, mentally they're freaking out, and the thing is, folks, pretty soon, someday, and I'm gonna hate it when it happens, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. Someday, we're gonna go to turn on this internet, and we're not gonna be here for each other. And I mean, let's just talk reality. We're not going to be here to support each other. And I hope that each and every one of you have taken these talks and me going over the edge sometimes to heart. Because as we see things progress, do you think that they're not going to control the internet pretty soon? They are. They're already controlling us more and more via social media platforms. They're going to shut people up however they got to do it. And the thing is, folks, bunker down. Remember that when all shiznick breaks loose, that you need to be gray man and that you really, really need to think about the things we've talked about and implement them in your lives for your family. And I believe that the American people will put up a hell of a fight. I believe that in my heart and in my spirit. I don't believe that people think that we're weak because we've gotten lazy, but there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. And I think that people will stand together to try to protect their communities, their homes, their families, their neighborhoods. The thing is that the internet might be taken down for a brief time or a longer time. Or we as patriots, homesteaders, and preppers, as good people of America, may want to shut us up so that we cannot communicate. So you got to really get your local mag. Think about who you can bring into your local mag that you can trust. And don't be leery of every single person because you're going to need people. You're going to need supplies. You're going to need skills that you don't have. Just like I don't have every skill, Dragonflies doesn't have every skill. And you could prep your whole life and still not have all the skills. So search out like-minded people, people that you don't have to say, "Hey, I'm a prepper, I'm a homesteader." Get to know them, and maybe only utilize them, literally utilize them for, okay, I know they're a nurse, I know they're a doctor, I know they're a dentist, I know that they are a mechanic, that they're a plumber, that they're whatever it may be, and learn those people and get to know them in your communities, in your local neighborhoods. Get out there in your neighborhood, and the next time someone's standing out on their porch, say, "Hey, we haven't talked for a while." Go chit chat with them. Get to know where their mindset is. Get to know if they're going to be a threat to you and your family, or are they going to be an asset? Are you going to be able to come together and say, "Hey, I got this. You all got this. Let's help each other. 16 eyes are better than 2 or 4." And it's really going to come down to us as Americans working together to fight this tyrannical overreach. And will we win? We know that in the end, we'll definitely win. But I think it's very important, y'all, not to get mentally bogged down with the stuff that's going on. Because as I've said so many times, man is a lie. There's going to be rumors of war. There's going to be rumors of this, rumors of that. And they're breaking us down at the core. That's what they're doing. At the Super Bowl, I just realized last night, I went back and watched some stuff. I just realized that they did 2 national anthems. There's only one national anthem for the United States, right? There's only one, but they did 2. And the colors, the red has been all over the place lately. There's been a lot of red. And, they're telling us what's going to happen. I also seen one of the football players with something very disturbing on the back of his jacket. you know, um, basically blasphemy against God with him having a crucifixion of Jesus on the back as a joke, and the way he did it was very terrible. I think that we all are survivors, be it if and you make a good point. You make a good point, Dreaded Seeker. Yeah, yeah. She was singing like the supposedly the new national anthem or something. But we all are, Dreaded Seeker. We all have survival stories. We all have survival skills. Our grandparents, our great grandparents, that blood runs through our veins. The true American spirit is in our veins. And don't you forget it. I don't care if you're old. I don't care if you're overweight. I don't care if you feel like you can't do anything. Y'all, we can do something together. And we all need to stand together. Yeah, yeah. I didn't watch it either. I went back and watched the halftime show because last year it was evil and this year it was evil again. Y'all, we got to pray it up. We got to surrender. We got to surrender all of our wrongs. And we got to realize that we are in the days of Elijah. We are in the end times. And it seems like it's on fast forward. Is this the way that our Father wants it? You bet. Is our Father going to come back with a vengeance? You bet. He is and always will be the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end. And no matter what we do, He doesn't want us to be lazy. He doesn't want us to get sidetracked with the chaos and the confusion. He wants us to stay all eyes on Him, all focus on Him and His Word. And that is the biggest prep we can do. I remember months ago, Dreaded Seeker, that you said mentally you're not ready. Mentally, none of us are ready for the challenges that we're going to have to face when this all breaks out in the USA. I don't think there's one of us that can sit here and safely say that you're 100% ready. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep doing the legwork. And whatever you do, get your spiritual house in order with the good Lord. That's the most important thing. Just like people were trying to throw me off kilter, talking nasty things about me, I had to step back for me, for my well being. And y'all, sometimes you have to step back from the bad situations to focus on the good. And that's really important. I'm going to get off here. I got to go and finish moving this desk in and get it all ready so I can go to work tomorrow. Um, I'll have a morning live on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll post it tonight so you know. We'll probably have one in the evening on the weekend. I want y'all to stay focused, stay centered, and keep praying. And pray for each other and pray for this great country of ours that has went sideways. You know, I'm not going to say and sit here and say that we're all that plus a bag of potato chips, right? But what I am going to say is that the good Lord has us in his hands and he has the shield. And all we have to do is ask for that shield and the full armor to be placed around us and our families. And that's what we need. Peace be with each one of you. Raven, I'm glad to see you. I hope you're feeling better. George Mitchell, I love you, brother. RCX, God bless everybody in the chat. Remember, no matter where we're at, we're brothers and sisters. And if you get there before I do, save me a place at the table. All right. Big prepper hugs. You know how we do it at In the Now. Report OTWP the third or OTWP or OTWP TV News. We are love, light, and hope. Keep spreading the word. Keep bringing people to God because that's what we need. Stay prayed up and prepped up. That's right. God bless y'all until I see you again, my friends. Everybody have a prosperous week. Stay focused. Don't get sidetracked. Playing a song on our way out. God bless you. Big prepper hugs, everybody.
from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad. Lot of ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit him to the sky, change haters on a tirade. Talking to the grip in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel big from the bip. Take a sip till I pass out. I'm trying to get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beats with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's cap. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
Truth in the glass in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young niggas in the reckless, gold in my soul, got the same on the necklace, bitch.